What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Oblivion's Treasures and Secrets. In today's episode, we're going to be grabbing a few different items. The short sword Debaser and the unique elven mace, Caliben's grim retort, and completing the Unfriendly Competition quest. This quest starts off by hearing a rumor in one of the many different shopkeeps of the Imperial City, which will then lead us to head to Jensen's good as new merchandise as she's leading the investigation.
Feel free.
Tell me about Thornir.
So, Claudette sent you, huh? Well then, she usually sizes up people well, so you may be just what we're looking for.
Start from the beginning.
I'm the chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants. We formed this group a while back to keep a nice, fair economic balance in town. Not every store is a member, but we're slowly trying to convince them to join. Everything was fine until Thorinir opened his shop nearby. Selling all sorts of merchandise, he undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem. People who buy tend to want to spend their money there. That leaves none for us. It's getting so bad a few of us may have to close up shop. He outright refuses to join the society or even discuss the matter. We are convinced he's up to no good. What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. Find some proof of his wrongdoing and let us know. We cannot do it ourselves, as he recognizes all of us. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice.
What's wrong with his inventory?
His inventory must be stolen. It has to be. He prices less than it costs to make some of those things. Go see for yourself.
Now, we gotta head to the copious coin purse to question Thornir about his potentially stolen inventory.
Thanks again for your help.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
Let's talk about your inventory.
What about my inventory?
Very nice selection, Thornir.
Well, thank you. It's not only a fine assortment of goods, but a bit of a treasure trove. You never know what I'll have in stock. I can see by the look on your face, you wonder where I get all these fantastic items. I'll tell you what I tell everyone else who asks. It's all about who you know. My sources are good, but they are secret. Anyway, have fun looking round, and when you are ready to buy, give me a shout. Goodbye.
Now I'm gonna wait till the shop closes and find out where he goes. And we ended up following him to a small garden in the market district, just behind his shop, where we overheard this conversation.
That you, Agamir?
Shh! Not so loud. How many times have I told you that?
Sorry, I am not used to this kind of meeting. It always makes me nervous.
Well, just shut up and listen to me. The next shipment will be sooner than I expected. Just have the money ready.
Same assortment of things? I mean, I have enough clothing for now.
You take what I get. I get notice at the last second, and I have to jump on it. No time to be picky about it.
Well, that society is putting more pressure on me, so maybe we better cut back for a while.
You cut back now, and I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Or maybe pay a visit to that Jensine and tell her about your little scheme.
Fine. You made your point. Contact me when you have the items, and we'll meet again.
Don't worry. It'll be very soon. Now get out of here.
Now, normally after this conversation, He'd follow Agamir all throughout the Imperial City, eventually getting to his house, and then wait for him to have to leave so then you could sneak in and gather the evidence. But fortunately, I know where he lives, and if I move fast enough, I can get in, get the evidence, and get out before he even knows I was there. After making it into Agamir's house, then the basement, we found quite the disturbing picture. Blood, bone, body parts, and articles of clothing, all signs of point to him being an amateur archaeologist or a grave robber. Then I do find the solid evidence I needed, the macabre manifest. It was a list of all the people whom he'd robbed and what he'd took from them. Now, while reading this manifest, you'll come across the name Oford Gabbings, with a list of quite familiar sounding items, listing an enchanted short sword with inlaid writing, a cloak with a leaf fastener, and an enchanted, potentially cursed, ring. And in case you don't know what it is, this is all a reference to Lord of the Rings, and his name is even an anagram for Frodo Baggins. Anyway, let's take all this information back to Thornir and see what he says.
Welcome
Your
back.
inventory has been taken from the dead.
I can't believe what I'm seeing in this book. I'm mortified to think these things here were once on the bodies of the recently deceased. It's just too horrible to comprehend. I don't even know what to say. I guess an apology is not enough. What can I do?
Help me catch Agamir.
Yes, that's the least I can do. First and foremost, I will never meet with him again. I can promise you that. Secondly, I remember him mentioning a place he had to be this very day. Yes, that's right. He said that he wouldn't be able to do anything else, as he had something important to do. You don't think he would dig up another... Oh, no, he wouldn't. But I guess he has been. Oh, my. What have I done?
Don't worry, I'll stop him.
Yes, you do that. And in the meantime, I'll decide what to do with all these ill-gotten things. I'm so sorry.
Now I'm off to the Trentius family mausoleum to find
I had no
Agamir
idea.
and put a stop to his crimes once and for all. And once inside of the tomb, we are approached by Agamir.
I had a feeling you'd catch on sooner or later. That's why I had this trap prepared for you. If you'll notice, the grave is already dug. This time it wasn't to take something away from the graveyard. It was to add something. I'm afraid all I can offer you is an unmarked grave. You'll never take...
After putting him and his hired goon down for good, I had to take that dwarven gear because there were dollar signs in my eyes the second I saw it. Now, on to our unique items. Debaser, which is carried by Agamir, and Caliben's grim retort, which is hidden behind the third coffin on the left of the entrance. Now let's return to the copious coin purse to finish up this quest.
Were you able to stop Agamir?
Yes, here's the shovel.
Then we can at last rest. I feared had he somehow bested you, I'd be next. It is fortunate that your skills exceeded his. I've come to some decisions. I intend to donate all of the money I have made, as well as what is left of these stolen items, to the temple. I also want you to know that I had a long discussion with Jensine, and I have decided to join the society. I realize you risked your life to give me a chance, and Thorinir never forgets things like that. Accept this ring as a humble reward. It's the least I can do to say thank you. Now, don't be a stranger. The copious coin purse is still in business.
Now let's return to Jensine to let her know how everything went.
I have been...
Thornir's inventory was taken from the dead.
The very thought of what Agarmir was doing sickens me. I hope those poor souls rest in peace now that this is over.
Thornir.
Well done! This shovel will certainly confirm Agarmir's crimes. Along with the manifest, it should prove useful to the City Watch. In your absence, Thornir visited and we spoke at length about his role in this scheme. I believe him when he says he didn't know Agarmir's sources. He told me of his intentions to donate all of the money and inventory to the local temple. He also agreed to buy and sell merchandise at fair prices. Last but not least, he's officially joined the society. I am taken aback by his honest intentions. In return, the society has decided not to press charges. His name will be absconded from the records of this crime. Now, I'm sure you are waiting to hear about your reward. The society thanks you for everything you have done. Please, take this gold. Many thanks on behalf of all of us.
Now, let's head back to my house and anvil to sort out these unique items. Our reward from Thornir was the Weatherward Circlet, an enchanted ring that gives 25% resistance to both fire and frost damage, a useful ring for any build. Next up is Caliben's Grim Retort, a unique elven mace that absorbs 8 points of blunt and 5 points of strength for 20 seconds on strike, and a frost enchantment doing 10 points of damage per strike. Now, this one's really good because it'll have these stats as soon as you step out of the sewers, and it's locked in for the whole game. So if you're playing a character who uses blunt weapons, I definitely recommend adding this one to your arsenal. And lastly, Debaser, a unique short sword with leveled damage and enchantments, screenshot will be on screen, consisting of Drain Willpower and Drain Endurance enchantments. I didn't give specific numbers because it differs depending on what level you pick it up. Debaser's good for almost any character. Draining Willpower makes it useful against mages, but the Drain Endurance makes it good for anything. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time when we uncover more of Oblivion's treasures and secrets.